Hey yo, what's up, y'all? My mom told me I should do this, so I'm doing it. We're gonna do a chakra alignment meditation. Or I guess it's not a meditation, it's an alignment, but yeah, yeah. I'm putting it on here just cause. So yeah. Okay, so close your eyes, sit comfortably, and concentrate your consciousness on your breathing. I become aware of the space around me and the body that I inhabit. I become aware of the center of my awareness, emanating from my heart and mind, unionizing at one point behind both. Like a warm embrace. And I begin to, bit by bit, take the void that I'm witnessing right now, my soul, from which all creation stems, and I begin to slowly stretch it and take out every single bit of information that I have access to until I'm left with nothing but an endless, all-encompassing void in which I sit and in this void, using my imagination, my mind's eye, I begin to see in front of me a spark. A small point of infinitely bright and dense light, concentrating into an infinitely small, infinitely condensing, infinitely compounding point. I squeeze this point until it's so small that I can barely see it. And with a deep breath, I ignite it. I envision this spark in front of me as a ball of fire, irradiating, vibrating, oscillating, of any color of your choice. I take my hands and I caress this flame, feeling its warmth, its heat, its energy, tingles in my fingertips. I feel this energy in my palms. I feel how the energy from each palm connects as one in my heart. And I take the energy that connects in my heart and send it out into a straight line into this flame, igniting it with the colors of pink and green, and a ball of spiraling flame. I withdraw the line as the fire becomes white, releasing it from my hands and moving it above my head, lowering it to my crown, noticing the top of my head, feeling the energy that surrounds it. And using my imagination, I take this spark and I touch it to the crown of my head, turning it violet. And I take this violet and I fill the top of my head, irradiating out in waves, kind of like how you would imagine echolocation looking for bats or whatever, kind of coming out the top of your head. I take this purple spark and I ignite it with a deep breath. Slowly, I descend it through my crown into my third eye, where it sits, feeling my ears, feeling my nose, my eyes, cheekbones, brain, top of my throat, the bell behind your nose, the back of my head, where my spine meets my skull, and then slightly forward, where I sit in my chair, the chair of the soul. I take my spark and I begin to spin it in the color of indigo, spinning, spinning, spinning until my entire head is filled up with indigo. I begin to increase the frequency of the spins, spinning, spinning, spinning until you can't even tell that it's moving. And then I take this energy and I send it in a blue light, an indigo light, in a beam out the front of my forehead between my eyes, penetrating the deep void, stretching into eternity, and becoming denser. The color intensifying. I take my spark and I move it to my throat. In this room of the body, I feel vibration. I feel the connection between my heart and my mind passing through. I see the channel. The channel that is opened with truth and blocked with lies. The channel which irradiates cyan, turquoise, blue. I hear a low vibration. Low, low, low. Raising from the floor of my being. Emanating from the base of this void. I take this vibration and I bathe myself in it. Washing it all over my being, raising it from the floor. Hearing the vibration raise through from the lowest base all the way up until the highest dog whistle. Hearing every frequency in between until it becomes an orchestra, a symphony. Harmonizing into one pitch. I take my divine spark and I begin to spin it, taking this vibration and increasing its intensity and saturation, hearing every crisp detail of every crest and every trough of each wave, every click, every blip between silence and sound. I take my spark and I turn it blue. I turn it cyan, the color of a robin's egg. And I ignite it with a deep breath. I take this spark and I move it to my heart, the temple of life and love. Feeling its warmth, its depth. Feeling its waves pass through my body, the hub from which all paths pass through, from which all paths emanate. I take my spark and I place it into the center of my heart. This spark containing every color in the shade of white, the chromatic of white. I take it and I begin to warm it with the fire of my heart. This spark begins to irradiate the colors of pink and green, spiraling in this dance around the pole that runs through the center of my being. I fill my heart up with the green and pink flame. Spiraling, spiraling, spiraling. Emanating it from my chest. Unionizing and beginning to harmonize. With a deep breath, I ignite. Waves, waves, waves. I descend my spark into my plexus. The seat of the breath. The seat of connection, of relationship, of exchange, of the meeting between the inside and the out. I take this spark and I begin to spin it as it begins to irradiate in the color of yellow. Yellow like sunlight. Yellow like pollen. Yellow like nectar. Yellow like earth. Like this world. Yellow like life. Like sunlight. I spin my spark in this sunlight, in rays emanating, 12 of them, from my plexus as a disc, spinning, 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 with a deep breath. I ignite these 12 rays. I descend my spark to my sacral. The source of all creative energy. The womb. I feel its comfort. I feel it generating all of the energy that supplies my body. All of my creative passion. Everything I've ever made. Every change I have ever brought about. I feel its origin here. And it begins to emanate in a deep, deep orange, like a sunset, like citrus. Its saturation increases and washes over my being. Bathing me in orange. I begin to see every instance of the most vibrant orange that I can possibly imagine. Feathers. The way a sunset looks on water. I take my spark and I fill it with this orange. And I begin to spin it, filling my sacral up with its energy. And with a deep breath, I ignite. Washing its energy over me. I take my energy, condense it into my divine spark, vibrate it to the shade of white, and descend it to my root, to the lake of life, to my roots, which stretch to the earth's core, from the base of my spine, in a deep shade of red. With my imagination, I begin to envision the red of life, the stems of leaves, the colors that they become in the fall. A Japanese maple tree. Blood. Vitality. The first color. Which emanated from Om. Root. I feel this energy unionizing my spiritual body and my physical body. Unionizing the white and the blue energies which emanate from my ankles and spiral them up my column. I feel this lake and I expand it as if I was in the center of the ocean, with not a bit of land in sight, and an ocean of red, and a sky of red. Around me I see red stems emanating from my void, from the void. Sprouting green leaves. And then turning red. I feel the red in my blood melting in with the red of this lake. Spiraling down my body and settling in it. Take your divine spark and touch this lake like you would touch a pond and watch its ripples. Watch as they go and then become still. I feel the root of my being. And I take my spark, concentrating its energy into a singular infinitesimally tiny point in my root, in the tetrahedron, in the center. I begin to vibrate it, turning it white, turning it to the shade of sunlight, increasing the intensity past the point where you would normally have to look away with your eyes. The light of your soul. Increase, increase, vibrate, vibrate this light. And with a deep breath, I ignite it in every shade of the most vital red I can see. I hear as the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white sitting upon the top of my head in the point of Bindu Visarga, concentrating and emanating in the shape of a torus from the top of my head, creating the bubble of my consciousness from which I begin to return to my body. Finding it within this torus, running my spark along my skin, bringing it back into my body, delving on the inside, feeling my trachea, my throat, the top of my spine, the seat of my soul, and I come back, here and now. I can't feel my leg. Hope that was helpful for y'all.